Welcome back to the channel. I thought that I would update you guys a bit. With the release of set 6, I'm updating our first 5 decks that Jess and I, really worked on together. These were the original 4 that we kind of built from our first Spark of Rebellion box. I will say I did buy cards to upgrade these decks. I'm going to show you what I'm taking out and then show you what I'm putting in. But also, it dawned on me today when I watched Veiled Shot's video today about set 6 rotation that we might be in a spot of trouble if I want to continue using these decks. Like, none of these leaders are going to be viable, especially my favorite leader in the game. So I do have potential replacements, and I will kind of talk about that. But I will say that I think this deck is probably done with set 6, but that's okay. Maybe my new replacement will work. I will work my way down with my 2 that I'm most comfortable with. My wife's favorite, the Leia Rebels deck, doesn't have all the upgrades. Like, I don't have the Charisnemics in it. I don't have choppers or things, and I don't have chopper for Hera yet. And then I will walk through probably the worst leader in the game, IG 88, but I will say that we do have replacements for him, and I will kind of walk through what we're planning on doing. He's a bad leader, but I will say that we did decide we were going to update the leader and keep the deck because it's just a trooper theme deck. Sub-theme is troopers. So for my Asajj Ventress double yellow force yellow deck, I did remove some cards. I have removed a total of 5. My charge with espionage, I'm actually going to put real espionages in, and then my waylays are being replaced by beguile. So I've got my 2 beguiles that I'm putting in the deck, and then I've got my actual charged with espionage. I went ahead and bought I like the foils. So, I mean, they were 40 cents a piece. So I went ahead and just got them. So I'm replacing those cards. Up next is my Grand Inquisitor deck, which has kind of just fallen apart. I do run my GI. This is the deck that I've probably gotten hundreds of games in with. Security Complex. I am going to be running the new Tragedy of Plagueis and Darth Treya combo. It's easy to break up, but I think it's just a fun, sneaky win, so why not? Why not just have fun with it, I think, is the line I'm going with on that one. For Leia, the updates that we made, and yes, I prefer to run, my wife likes the Leia red. I've also given her Sabine and green. But we are essentially replacing the Spec Force soldiers, A-Spec, yeah, both of them. Yep, okay. Both Spec Forces, yep. Okay. Both Spec Forces, Freedom, Fighters for Freedom, although we do like the extra burn. 2 General Dodanias because of Rebel Ceremony, and then my proxy for my red 3. We're removing 1 of our aircraft because we are actually dropping in 3 of the Jump to Light Speed Phoenix Squadron, 2 cost. We are going to be dropping in, that's fine, because I'm just swapping those cards out, 2 of the blue leader instead of the red 3. So we're just kind of swapping plane for plane, or space unit. And then we are currently missing 3 of the Chewbacca's. 3 of the Chewbacca pilots have not arrived, and I ordered them a month ago. Same with my Hera deck. It is Hera double green. I'm replacing 7 cards, 2 Alliance Dispatch, 2 Mon Mothma, 2 Akbar, and then a General Krell. I am running double green in this deck because the Spectres can be any color. I finally picked up some Ezras, and they were more expensive than I wanted, so I just got the Ezra art I like. 3 Ezras, 2 Phantoms, and then I've got 2 of the Phantom or Hera pilot finally coming back. This is the biggest change, I will say. This leader is just awful. Jess and I try to make it work. It is the IG green. He's just bad. So I will say we do have a Moff Gideon red as an option. We have both versions. And then I think the new one that Jess and I decided to try is going to be, because all of the new updated troopers we got are villainy units, we're going to try the Supreme Leader Snoke red. But Moff Gideon or Snoke red, I think, are going to be what we're going for. And then post-rotation, if this deck is just fun for me to bring to locals, I can just bring Snoke red. But it is literally just troopers. If our units are not troopers, we did not keep them in the deck. We were replacing 15 of them with new cards. That's a lot. So some TIE fighters, some recruits, General Veers, 2 Rallying Cry. I don't know. I thought maybe just the extra raid would be fun. 3 Stormtrooper Lieutenants, 2 Starhoppers, and then 2 IG-11s. In lieu of some cool cards, we are replacing them with 2 of the new Dark Troopers. 3 3s for 2. 5 cost plot cards. So when you flip into Snoke or Gideon, then you can deploy these guys as troopers, which is pretty cool. 2 costs, we went cheap again, and we got 3 of the Sith Legionnaires, because we're probably going to have more villain units. That's why we were kind of leaning towards Snoke. But also, these cost 2. The other Imperial Dark Troopers cost 2. The next 2 sets of cards actually cost 3. So Moff Gideon also does work. We are running 2 of the Purge Troopers, just in case there's Force units, but also it's just an aggressive 4/2 for 3, which I like the aggressive aspect. And then Captain Enoch. In case things are dying, we can play our Captain Enoch and all of our troopers buff him up. So he can hopefully be a super swole late game bomb. But we are running that with the rest of our troopers. Precision Fire, because it is a trooper-centric card. We have just a crappy space units. But for the most part, we've done our best just to keep this as a cheap budget trooper deck. It's fun. Is that Saboteur? Underworld. This is not a trooper. So that's one that I'm probably going to replace. I will put something else back in. Thanks for checking in our update. I guess I will let you know what we're going to work on next with set 7 around the horizon, and if I'm going to update anything. Maybe my Asajj Ventress Double Yellow turns into Barriss Offee, although she's not as good. I'm also losing Cad Bane, so that's also not good for my Underworld synergy. But I'm going to go ahead and make my updates. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Until next time.